What if I told you that the dire wolves you thought were just part of fantasy stories like Game of Thrones are real? And not only that, but scientists have actually brought them back after being extinct for over 13,000 years. Yes, you heard that right. A team of scientists from a company called Colossal Biosciences has successfully de-extinct the legendary dire wolf. This breakthrough is not just about one species. It's about unlocking the future of genetic engineering, conservation, and even bringing back other extinct animals like the woolly mammoth and the dodo. Stick around because in this video we're diving deep into how scientists pulled off this incredible feat, what it means for the world of genetics, and whether we're stepping into a real-life Jurassic Park situation. Dire wolves were once one of the most dominant predators in North America, roaming the continent alongside saber-toothed tigers and mastodons. But around 13,000 years ago they disappeared, until now. A biotech company called Colossal Biosciences, based in Dallas, Texas, has successfully brought dire wolves back to life. Their team used cutting-edge genetic engineering to create 3 living dire wolf puppies. How did they do it? Extracting ancient DNA. Scientists recovered DNA from a 13,000-year-old dire wolf tooth found in Ohio and a 72,000-year-old skull from Idaho. This was a major challenge because most dire wolf fossils, like those found in the La Brea tar pits, have DNA that is too damaged to be useful. Reconstructing the genome. The extracted DNA was used to create a full genome of the dire wolf. They compared it with modern wolves, coyotes, and other canines to identify the key genetic differences. Gene editing. Scientists then used CRISPR gene editing technology to modify gray wolf DNA at 20 specific sites, altering 14 genes to match dire wolf traits, like their larger body size, muscular build, and thick fur. Cloning and surrogates. The edited DNA was used to create embryos, which were implanted into surrogate dogs. The result? The birth of 3 healthy dire wolf puppies. So, who are these new members of our world? Colossal Biosciences has named the first 3 dire wolves. Romulus, a male named after the legendary founder of Rome. Remus, another male named after Romulus' twin brother. Khaleesi, a female named after the iconic Game of Thrones character. These wolves, now living on a 2,000-acre ecological preserve, are not exact clones of ancient dire wolves, but they are as close as science can possibly get, genetically, physically, and behaviorally. Scientists say their fur is thicker and longer than that of modern wolves, their build is larger and more muscular, and they are already starting to behave like wild wolves as they grow. But this is just the beginning of the project. This experiment isn't just about bringing back an extinct species, it has massive implications for conservation and even the future of wildlife on our planet. The future of de-extinction. Colossal Biosciences isn't stopping with dire wolves. They're already working on bringing back the woolly mammoth, the Tasmanian tiger, and even the dodo. The success of the dire wolf project proves their technology works, which means we could soon see more extinct animals return. Reviving other wolf populations. During their research, the Colossal team also developed a new cloning method that could help endangered species. They've already used it to introduce new genetics into the Red Wolf Recovery Program in North Carolina, helping a species that was once extinct in the wild. Ethical and ecological concerns. Many scientists and conservationists are asking, should we bring back extinct species? Could it have unforeseen consequences like what we see in movies like Jurassic Park? Beth Shapiro, the chief science officer at Colossal, acknowledges these concerns. She says they carefully consider whether they should bring back a species, not just whether they can. The goal, she argues, isn't just nostalgia. It's about correcting the damage humans have done to ecosystems and preventing further extinctions. Dire wolves have a legendary status in pop culture. From being the symbol of House Stark in Game of Thrones to appearing in video games like Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft, and Magic. The Gathering, the dire wolf has captured our imagination for decades. Even George R.R. Martin himself, author of A Song of Ice and Fire, is an investor and cultural advisor at Colossal. He commented on the project, saying, "I get the luxury of writing about magic, but Ben and Colossal have created magic by bringing these majestic beasts back to our world." Beyond pop culture, dire wolves also hold deep significance for Native American tribes. When Colossal met with leaders from the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara MHA Nation in North Dakota, they were encouraged to focus on wolves, animals that have played a sacred role in indigenous traditions for centuries. Mark Fox, the tribal chairman, said, "The dire wolf carries the echoes of our ancestors, their wisdom, and their connection to the wild. Its presence reminds us of our responsibility to protect the delicate balance of life itself." By bringing back the dire wolf, Colossal hopes to raise awareness for wolf conservation across America and beyond. So, what does this all mean? We are now officially living in a world where extinct animals can be brought back to life. The success of the Dire Wolf Project proves that de-extinction is possible. And with Colossal's ongoing work, we might soon see woolly mammoths walking the Arctic tundra, Tasmanian tigers roaming Australia, and dodos back in Mauritius. But the big question remains. Should we be doing this? Are we playing God, or are we correcting the damage done by human activity? And what happens when these animals are reintroduced into the wild? One thing is for sure, this is just the beginning. The return of the dire wolf marks a new era in science, and the world is watching to see what comes next. If you found this video interesting, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the latest breakthroughs in science and technology. And let me know in the comments, what extinct animal would you bring back if you could? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.